I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cars.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 15 on it, 15 on it. I'm trying to collect.
First carry for James Conner. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Come on, set. 6 yards. Record.
And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Jackson on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. And
now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Conner. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
He's coming.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 48 mark. Here we go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Strong right.
This is Gordon. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Got it.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey, let's get that hole.
Hey, Orbit. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet.
Get it.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Right here.
Get up.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Ready.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete to Watt. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We go. 70, Indy.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Pilot, 64, Wick.
Looking to throw. Herbert. This is caught. Watkins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
General West. Hey, Wahoo.
2nd and 1. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Herbert's pass complete to Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Chargers. Giorgio Tedesco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Hill, and an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Anthony Averett picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, Tom.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would get
blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Touchdown. 45. You don't want this.
Again, it's Connor. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Forced out to his left. And he's got a man here. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson to throw again. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Okay, ready. 45. Check Mike 45. Quarterback, don't get zoom. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Spins past him.
Ball, baby, let's throw a ball. Let's throw a ball, yeah.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself Self in the right spot and then make a play on the football.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Check Mike 39.
And an alley to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
65, 65.
Jackson now, throwing again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Connor. Desmond King making the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coach.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. James Conner, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards. Up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Again, a run with Conner. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a short kick, taking it about the 16.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
First and 10.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Toss play, Connor. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
He's got it at the 15. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number.